Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Gemma and I have this little corner of the internet where I talk about all the things I make, bake, create as I craft my family home here in Devon. First of all, wow, thank you so much for the reception to my last video. It's kind of blown up. It's been absolutely amazing. I've had so much fun getting to know you all in the comments, seeing your guesses for how many works in progress I had. Some of you were quite near the mark. It was very impressive. And finding out about how you like to make as well. There are people from all over the world joining us. We've got Tasmania, we've got Adelaide, we've got the Netherlands, so many places. It's just been incredible. So thank you very much, and thank you to everyone who's chosen to subscribe and come back for more. It's blown my mind a little bit. I've surpassed 1,000 subscribers now, which again, wow. And I think we will be having some sort of thank you giveaway, but it's all happened so quickly. I just need a moment to sort of gather my thoughts about how I'm going to do that. So I would love to do a thank you giveaway to everyone who has subscribed and is watching these videos. I think we might do that next week. So do stay tuned for that. So I hope you've all had a good week. It's going to be a bit of a short one because I've got a very limited amount of time to record this morning. My husband is out with my dog and my son at the moment, but he gets back and needs to be logged on to his computer by 9 o'clock. So it's only going to be a little one. But there's no walk around the countryside this week for you. There's no kitchen stuff or anything like that. As you know from last week, I was quite poorly. I ended up being off the entire week and resting and not really capable of doing very much. But thank you so much for all your well wishes in the comments. That was really lovely. I am much better. I'm still a little bit husky, but I am back at work. And as I said, I've just been catching up on things. So I've got a traditional format podcast for you. So yeah, I've got 2 finishes, one of which I'll have to insert a video of because it's no longer here, and significant progress on another 2 projects. Okay, so the first project that I finished was the Granny Square Jumper by Hanjan Crochet. I think that's probably not very, surprising is the word I'm looking for. It was very close to being done. I didn't actually need any more yarn. It turns out I'm horrible at estimating how much yarn I need. It was designed in West Yorkshire Spinners Colour Lab DK, which is a double knitting weight yarn, about 40 metres on a 100-gram ball. And I was using West Yorkshire Spinners Merino Tencel blend, their Elements DK, which is a heavier fibre. So even though there were 50-gram balls, I didn't just need necessarily double what I would have had in the Colour Lab, because the weight of the yarn is such that actually you get less meterage for the same grammage. And also the West Yorkshire Spinners one, the Colour Lab version of the jumper, used, I think, 6 or 7 colours, and I was only using 4. So you can see I was going to need more. It turns out I didn't need to worry, I didn't need it. I really did enjoy this. I don't know why I got so in my own head about it and let it languish for so long. When I actually started working on it, it took me no time at all to finish. I love the weight of this yarn and the way it drapes. It has a gorgeous sheen, a little bit like silk. And the heaviness means this is pre-blocking this video. I haven't blocked it before sending it down to up to the yarn dispensary as a sample, because the one thing that's weird about this yarn is it creases. So if you were to fold your project up, say a sweater, just a plain stocking stitch sweater, and then you unfolded it from the drawer a bit later, you would have the crease lines in it, which is really bizarre. I know you're not supposed to hang your knits, but I might be tempted to hang this one. So I didn't bother blocking it, although I did weave in all the ends, which took me quite a while. So yeah, this is that, and I'm really happy with it. I probably won't make another one, but I know should I want to, it would be relatively quick and easy for me to do. I think you could do this as an adventurous beginner crocheter. It's just the granny stitch. There are a bazillion and one tutorials out there for it, and there is a tutorial included in this pattern. And she's also got a tutorial for the joining method, so it's nice and simple. Okay, my second finish is, oh, hang on, they're all wonky. I thought I got all organised, but I've managed to put them on the sock blockers completely wonkily. Here we go. There we are. A finished pair of boot socks for Jude for Christmas. So this is, I haven't woven the ends in. I do have a needle. See, there's a needle stuck in that one, ready to sew in the ends. I will do it. I'm a very, very good girl. I'm a reformed character. What can I say? So yeah, here they are on my new big sock blockers. It blows my mind that anyone's feet are this big. And actually, oh, that sounds really rude. Jude doesn't have particularly big feet. He's only a size 8, but the blockers are really big. These are stretched. These are really stretched over these blockers. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking because I'm digging myself a hole. Luckily, he doesn't watch these. At least I don't think he does. I know he wants to watch my whip video from last week. Oh dear. Anyway, I've used Regia 6-ply tweed. I really enjoyed this. I enjoy the look of traditional boot socks. My dad used to have a lot of pairs like this. I think some of his were kilt socks. My family is Scottish. Not that you'd be able to tell from my accent, but my dad used to have a lot of, I think, kilt socks, but he used to wear a lot of these kind of cream. Sorry, I'm still faffing with these heels. He used to have a lot of kind of cream socks in this sort of rib, this style of rib, and they just look really cozy. So there we are. I've done the Eye of Partridge heel and a standard toe. I carried on the ribbing on the top of the foot just until I got to the toe, and there's no ribbing on the sole. So I'm hopeful that they will keep Jude nice and cozy through these winter months. He's already had snow. If any of you follow his channel, he is Rewilding Jude on YouTube, his new channel with his new project of renovating his home. He has actually had some snow this week, so hopefully these will be well received and keep him cozy. Okay, so those are my 2 finishes. I'm going to go to the whip that's easier. Oh, no. Oops. Oh dear. This is what happens when you are knitting, lying down sideways, watching Loki with a cat on your lap, and then candidly shove it all back into your sock sack to go up to bed when you're half asleep. Actually, I did fall asleep on the sofa last night. My husband left me to just put the dishwasher on and put the bits in the sink from our cups of tea and things, and he came back and I was asleep. Oh, okay, no, that needs to be on that needle. Right, hang on. I've dropped some stitches in case you can't gather from that. Oh, and I'm in the middle of a round. I'm not even in the middle of the round. I've got 4 stitches left of this. Oh dear. Oh no, I've dropped another stitch. Oh, hang on. Oh, this is a car crash. It's like a slow motion car crash, isn't it? You can see it happening and none of you can stop it. And it's just, you're just going to have to watch it because I'm going to try and rescue these stitches. Incidentally, there is a little tutorial on my channel about picking up stitches. If that's something that you are a fairly new knitter and aren't very confident with yet. It's one of my 2-minute videos. Aha! Right, I have now rescued my drop stitches, including the ones that have gone slipping down. I'm just going to knit these 4 stitches so I can actually show you without the needles being like some bizarre origami arrangement. There we go. Right, okay, where was I? So I think I did have this one finished last time. So this is the pheasant sock for my dad for Christmas. So it's West Yorkshire Spinners again. I don't only use West Yorkshire Spinners yarn, but where I ran the yarn shop that I mentioned before, we were a West Yorkshire Spinners stockist, and it was one of the most affordable, easily accessible wool, so natural fibres, and yarns that I stocked. So I did a lot of it. And I love the yarn. So after finishing Jude's boot socks, middle of last week, I say middle of last week because I recorded last Monday, uploaded on the Friday. We are now on Friday and I'm uploading tonight. So it's a bit haphazard. It's been the best part of 2 weeks since I recorded that last one. I cast on the second sock and I've just been picking it up now and then and working down the leg. I could easily have had this done this week, but there's been another project that's had my attention that I'm very close to finishing. And I did bring down, or I thought I brought down the original. No, obviously I didn't bring it downstairs. Okay, never mind. So, excuse all the ends, but this is the second sleeve. I'm going to piece these together for you now. Hopefully I'll have started sewing this up by the time I'm editing tonight and I can put a picture in. That would be good, wouldn't it? That's the first sleeve. Just trying to organise it so I can hold it up and it might look a little bit like a jumper if we're lucky, mightn't it? Oh God, this end stopper is rubbish. It's the end stopper from the Knit Pro Mindful set, and they are interchangeable. They do sit on each other's cables, but it keeps spinning off. The number of times I've lost stitches. Right, there we go. So there's the back in a sleeve and an almost finished second sleeve. And the front, I've got two fronts. I can only find one. Interesting. For the chime cardigan, but I have done two fronts. I'm just finishing the second sleeve and then it will be a case of sewing it up and doing the button bands. So that's going to be my focus for this weekend, to get that done so I can weave in the ends. Oh, I have actually with this one, I don't know how well you can see, but I've actually been weaving in as I go quite a lot. Hang on. If I chuck the fringes that way, can you see? Yeah, just here and here. I've been weaving in the yarn for the first couple of inches of knitting, or in that one I obviously got bored and only did it for a few stitches, but it just means that the yarn's already secured and I have a little bit less work to do. I think I did it on, yeah, I wasn't consistent when I did the back, but you can see again there, I've just carried it over a little bit like you would in colour work for a float. I've just caught it with every stitch to get that end woven in. So that is the chime. So those are the projects that have had my attention this week. Thank you for all your help deciding what to do with my works in progress. I did have a list because I have frogged some more since then. What did I frog? I can't even remember now. I frogged the ram, but I think I'd already decided to do that. I've made a decision. I will be frogging the sibling sweater and re-knitting it because I really enjoyed the process and using the yarn. I don't want to be in a race against time to get it finished before my son grows out of it. And Bo Peep Pure is, again, commercial, but it is slightly pricier, especially now I no longer have my staff discount. And if I'm going to need new yarn, it's going to cost a wee bit more. And yeah, I don't want to knit it just to give it straight to another child. I would like my son to be able to wear it for at least a little while first. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. And I'll probably pass it on to Nova, who is my friend Mina's little girl. She gave me a lot of Layla's baby knits to wear for Robin to wear when he was born. So it'd be nice to be able to return the favour a little bit for Nova as she gets a little bit bigger. So I might well do that. And that's that. So the sibling is going to be frogged. With the mohair one, which was the Soho sweater by Kadri, I've had a comment just this morning saying, what was that one? And I obviously missed it off of my description, I'm sorry. But it was the Soho sweater by Kadri. I think in my being poorly state, I wasn't particularly clear. That one isn't mine. It's a sample for the yarn dispensary. I haven't paid for the yarn. I started it well before I stopped being the manager of the yarn dispensary. Yeah, the fibres affecting me ground it to a halt about almost a year before I left. So I either have to send it back, and I don't know if they wouldn't resell the yarn at this point because it's been in my bag for so long. I don't know if they'd finish it. I don't know. I could either send it back to them, or I could see if I can find someone to finish it for them, or maybe I'd have to wear a mask and finish it. I don't know. I'm still umming and ahhing about that one, and I think if I'm still umming and ahhing by Christmas, then that's my answer, isn't it, really? Yeah. So that's it, really. There's no new cast-ons, although someone told me about the 12 cast-ons of Christmas, which sounds super, super fun. I think I might be joining in with that. It is the end of November. This is the penultimate podcast episode before Vlogmas. So if you are new to the channel, every year I attempt Vlogmas. And I say attempt very proudly. Last year was the first year I made it all the way through, every single day, without some catastrophe happening. So I think, oh, what happened? The first year, my laptop charger blew up and I couldn't edit any videos, so I stopped. I think I got about 2 weeks in. The second year, I can't remember, but something's happened every time. And last year, even though I got COVID, which wasn't fun, even though I spent an evening locked in my husband's office waiting for my brother-in-law to saw the catch through with one of his blades from work, 6 hours, I think I was in there for. It took him a good 2 and a bit hours, I think, to saw through. It's all on the video anyway, if you want to see me getting locked in, and you can see that. So despite that, despite COVID, despite my son ending up in A&E, we managed, and it was such good fun. I really enjoy Vlogmas. I do it more, to be honest, as kind of like a video diary for us, especially with my son being so little. He's 3 now. It's been nice to just record those memories. His first Christmas, he was only 6 weeks old. I didn't vlog then. I did photographs instead. So that will be starting on the 1st of December. And next week I will be having my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And I will be having a gentle morning, planning my Advent out and preparing for Advent. Because Advent isn't just about Vlogmas for me. It is a time for preparation for Christmas, for reflection, for all of those things. So I do hope that you are up for joining me for that. It's going to be a little bit of a mix. We do a bit of everything. We do some Christmas crafts. We make a gingerbread house each year. I try something new with my son every year. We go to local Christmas markets, and there's some crafting. Yeah, so if that sounds like your cup of tea and you've been having fun here with me, I really do hope you'll consider joining me for Vlogmas as well. I can't stop smiling. It's just been wonderful. I say huge, huge thank you to all of you for subscribing, liking, commenting. I've had so much fun in that comment section, getting to know you and seeing your thoughts. There was one comment that was like, but it was so accurate, it was so funny, and it was very well intentioned. It wasn't critical at all. So, but it was like, oh yeah, that one cut deep because it was so true. I think it's something about maybe the sibling sweater that I better rip off, frog it back, and cast back on in an 11 to 12. I think was the suggestion. The rate you're going, which is like, that's fair. That's fair. Can't argue with that. It's weird. I don't know why. I get some projects that take their time and kind of percolate and marinate for a while, and others I just cast on and off like that. So I've knit 3 flax sweaters this year. So I knit one for Wool on the X. I've knit the birthday funfetti one for my son, which is Flurries, Flaxes and Funfetti, if you want to look back at that previous video. I knit the scrappy one for his birthday just recently, and I've knit 2 baby vests. So it's not that I'm not knitting garments and completing them. It's just weirdly, I just seem to be starting and finishing things this year. So maybe going forward I will start and finish things a lot more. Maybe it's to do with how my life's changed, perhaps. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's going to be fun finding out. But yeah. Anyway, I'm waffling now, so I hope you have a very, very good week. I will see you next week, and we'll see hopefully a finished chime cardigan, which will be ready to go in the post to my friend for his grandson. Finished pair of socks, perhaps. And the question is, will I have cast on anything new? Thank you very much for joining me. Take care. Bye.